What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a pad Thai mukbang. I also have a sushi roll here. It's called a Houston Rocket. It's a Malaysian restaurant. They do like Malaysian, Thai. They're all over the place. So I got a little bit of both. They're both on lunch special. I'm going to be reviewing the movie Wrong Turn. It was requested by L. Montgomery, but I'm going to eat a little bit of this first. And also I do want to thank everybody who was in the live last night. And the live is up if you want to kind of like replay it or whatever. But there is a little bit of a mukbang in there. I'm eating Wingstop. So in the pad Thai, excuse me, is flat noodle, chicken, onion, egg, bean sprouts, bean curd, chives, tamarind sauce, and peanuts. It's absolutely delicious. It's got a lot of flavor packed in there. A little bit spicy, but just perfect enough to put this here. I gotta focus on my chopstick work. But I'm trying, guys. I'm trying with the chopsticks. Thank you for your patience. It's got like this spiciness to it that you can handle. It's not like overpowering. It's a very pleasant spiciness, I'll just say that. It's got a lot of flavor. It's like not even spicy. I'm doing my best here, guys. With these chopsticks. No more talking about guys, but I'm trying to lock into using these chopsticks as much as I can. And let me put them down. Let me take a little break. And we'll talk about the movie. But yeah, thank you for everybody that was in the live yesterday. Good convo, very chill. We'll definitely have to do it again. So to make the mukbang easier for me to do, I gotta practice on my chopstick work. I'm gonna switch to the fork just so I can eat and be able to talk to y'all more about the movie. So yeah, Wrong Turn came out in 2003. Was directed by Rob Schmidt and stars Eliza Dushku and Emmanuelle Chriqui. I think that's her name, or how it's pronounced. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. Now, I watched this movie like once way back when it first came out, and it has an element of it. The reason I do that is I'm not big on the hill people being like the stalker or the killer or the monster. It's just disturbing to me. They always look weird, but they look human, but there's no part of them that is human. So like I watched those movies once, like Hills Have Eyes, stuff like that. That's good. But those creatures kind of creep me out. So I guess that's a thing I didn't really know about that I didn't like. So I watched this. I was like, this is a good movie. Why haven't I got it? And it's because I just those types of people make me uncomfortable. Anyway, it's about 6 people who end up together on the back roads of West Virginia, probably because they were in a rush. And they find themselves stranded there. And they decide to go into the woods. And then they go into the woods, into a house they don't know about. The house, like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, you need these things to make a horror movie work, I guess. But it's still annoying. Like, if I see a rusted bicycle outside of a wooden house in the middle of nowhere, I'm not going in the house. But that's the one thing this movie has. It has some things in it. It relies on the characters doing questionable things to move the plot forward. I had a lot of fun with it, the movie though. I was locked in. I think all the characters were good. You had a little bond with them. I kind of was picking who's gonna go first or whatever, and I was right. But they're being hunted by the, I don't know if you call them hill people or whatever, of West Virginia. You know, it's these people who that have no connection like with regular society, and they're going off and stalking people. They basically, anytime that they have something set up for anybody that goes on these back roads. Now, the one character, this is one thing I'm getting tired of in movies, like horror movies, and in movies in general. Why is the dumb character always named Scott? Or maybe I'm just paranoid. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe the main character, his name isn't always Scott. Just felt like it. But yeah, I mean, like, it's basically you have to use your intelligence because they're in the woods. Again, we go back to the woods. I mentioned the woods before. I'm out of my element completely. The only thing you have on these people, they're almost like not even people. They're like half human in my opinion, because there's no like interacting with them. But like you have your intelligence over them. But they hunt like animals. The smells, the sounds, they use all that to try to get you. All right, guys, before I eat the sushi, I'm gonna go wash off these chopsticks so I get a clean taste of my sushi roll, which is called a Houston Rocket. Be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back with the clean chopsticks. I will be better with the sushi. With, like, as you can see, like with the chicken and salad stuff, I'm cool, but when like the noodles, it's hard. I'm not an expert yet, so more practice, I'll get better. So I'll be able to handle the sushi. But yeah, I really liked Wrong Turn. All right, I should probably mention what is in the sushi roll. It's a Houston Rocket. It has shrimp tempura, tuna, and spicy mayo. So what I liked about the movie, the beginning, when they're all on the side of the road and they're trying to figure out what to do. That was really good. Three basic ingredients. Nothing fancy. But yeah, they set up like there's a camera and you can tell they're being watched. It sets up like a good vibe of your characters being watched and observed. But again, you're on their territory, and like anywhere they run, I'm like, you're still in their woods. Like they're gonna know where you are, and like you feel like you're getting away, but they know exactly where everything leads. Even though they're not the brightest bulbs in the bunch, they're hunting. They have traps set up for their prey. They're just like deer hunters, but they're hunting human beings, and they're relying on people breaking down on the side of the road. That is really good. That is really good. Another one of these. I also like the characters. This is like early 2000s, so you're coming out of that 90s phase. You know, I felt like a lot like a slasher, a slasher movie, a little bit. There is some good, you know, finishing scenes, let's call it, you know what I'm saying, in there. So that's cool. The environment and the tenseness of being in the woods, and like you have no connection with the outside world. Like, and the connection they do find with the outside world takes forever to get there. But I don't want to ruin anything for any of you who might see it. Apparently there's like 6 sequels to this movie. There is a post-credit scene that indicates, yeah, we're gonna have some sequels. So when I search for the movie on Amazon Prime is where I end up watching it. But what I found out was when I searched it, there's like 6 of these movies. I'm like, how are you making 6 of these movies? You're just gonna make the same movie over and over again? It just goes back to what they do, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to have that many sequels. What I also like that it was relatively short. It's about 80 minutes and change, so it's shorter than 90 minutes. So it hits all those marks for me. So you got good tension. You're in the woods. You have all that going for you. Yeah, like I said, good tension. You're in the woods. It's not that long a movie. The characters are relatively believable. You kind of know what's going to be happening, but the way it happens and the build-up, the acting is okay, but like, you know, good enough to get me through the movie, and good tension throughout the woods. I mean, not a lot not to like. I mean, it's predictable, so that's probably be the only downfall. Yeah, I think of movies like Joyride and Jeepers Creepers-ish, kind of like along those lines. But yeah, very enjoyable movie. So thank you, L. Lee, for recommending Wrong Turn. Over the next few days, I'm going to be doing some franchises. So we're going to get into some of those that were suggested, like a remake versus original, then like just like a whole little franchise that is available on Netflix right now. Just take the cat out of the bag. I'll be doing a Scream franchise. Might as well just tell you. If you go on Netflix, you can figure it out. But yeah, so I'm doing the Scream franchise, and then I'm going reviewing just doing requests throughout the rest of the month. But yeah, Wrong Turn. Thank you for listening to my thoughts on it. If you have it, you know it's a pretty good movie. It's just a little fun, woods slasher movie. Thank you guys again for your time. I greatly appreciate it for another day of Scottober. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care and be well.